What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the B-Dubs Movie Hub. Brian here, and I've got a different setup today. I'm using StreamYard, which I've never used before. I've got a webcam going instead of my iPhone. I've got my glasses on for a change. I don't usually wear these, but I was bugging me, so I took the contacts out. Anyway, a couple buddies of mine and I went to Chiller Theater over the weekend. It's a horror convention that they have here in New Jersey. I use the word horror lightly. It's a lot of 80s and 90s TV shows, TV and movie celebrities. But they had a really impressive list this year, so I just wanted to kind of go through the list and then show you some of the pictures of the people that I met and just talk a little bit about my experience. I picked up a couple movies from two of the vendors, and I also met a fellow YouTuber. So sit tight, and we'll get to it. And so, like I said, I'm here on StreamYard. I've never used this platform before. I'm usually recording this on my cell phone, and then I edit it in Microsoft Clipchamp. So I'm going to try to share my screen and see if this works. I'm going to bring up the guest list that they had. So let's see if I can get this to work. So here's the guest list. I'm going to kind of scroll through this. It was really impressive this year. As you see right here, we have a big event in New York presents Molly Ringwald. She was one of the main ones. Ali Sheedy was supposed to be there. She had canceled kind of right before. The big name that I was excited to meet was Mickey Rourke. He also unfortunately canceled just a few days before. So it was unfortunate that they were not able to make the event. We also had Tommy Chong, Kendra Wilkinson, Brandy Ledford, Bam Margera was there, John Cusack. I had met him a couple years ago at Wizard World in Philly. Bill Duke from The Predator, Commando, among other things. Kate Jackson, Barbara Bain, the Frog Brothers, Corey Feldman, and Jameson Newlander were both there. Let's see, we got Tom Wilson from Back to the Future, Biff, really cool. They had a couple cars outside, so you had the Flintstone mobile and the DeLorean from Back to the Future, Deirdre Hall, Vicki Lawrence, the cast of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you got Corey Feldman again, Ernie Reyes, James Saito, Brian Tochi, Robbie Rist, Kevin Clash, Ken Scott. They were all there. Electra Woman and Dinah Girl reunion with Deirdre Hall and Judy Strangis. Richard Chavez from Predator. Apparently, this is a very rare appearance for him. He was there all 3 days. Mira Sorvino, Amy Yazbek from Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's what I remember from. But The Mask, a bunch of other movies here. Lynn Griffin, Ian McCullough from Zombie, and a lot of people love this zombie movie. Chuck Zito, the original cast of Annie, Brandy Roderick, Catherine Lee Scott, Michael Papajohn. I IMDb'd him the other day. He's been in like everything, like Spider-Man, obviously here, Jurassic World, Born Legacy, all those movies. A rare appearance by Daniel Rudy Rudiger from the movie Rudy. Well, I guess he's not from the movie. The movie was about him. You got some members of the cast of Jaws 2. They were there. Sandra Taylor. The Lost Girls of the Facts of Life were there. That was interesting. I didn't meet them, but I thought it was interesting that they were there. There was a cast reunion from Rune 222. I'm not really sure what that show is. That might have been a little bit before my time. You had some Japanese guests returning. So you had Tomoko A and Katsuhiko Sasaki. I apologize. I probably butchered those names. Sean Kanan from The Karate Kid Part 3, Mike Barnes, Cynthia Rothrock, and Billy Blanks, two Vinegar Syndrome alumni. I was really excited to meet the both of them. Peter Ostrom from Willy Wonka, Paris Themin from Willy Wonka was there. Sarah Karloff and Victoria Price. Daniel Roebuck from Terrifier 3, The Fugitive, which I didn't even, or no, it's U.S. Marshals. I did not realize he was in that, but U.S. Marshals here. Brian O'Halloran from obviously Clerks and all the Kevin Smith movies. Julie McCullough, Jill Terashita from Night of the Demons and Sleepaway Camp 3 was there. V. Neal, Peter Onorati, another one who's kind of been in a lot of stuff. I looked at his IMDb, and he's just been around forever. Louis Lombardi, Alan Hallworth, who's a composer and sound designer for a ton of Halloween movies, Back to the Future, The Thing, They Live. He's done a ton of stuff. Saffron Henderson, Jill Sholin, another Vinegar Syndrome alum. She was in Cutting Class, which is a really fun movie. Also in The Stepfather, Popcorn, The Phantom of the Opera. Eddie Deason, another Vinegar Syndrome alumni. He was in Surf 2. What a terrible movie that one was. Mark Price from Family Ties. He was also in Trick or Treat, which they just announced is getting a 4K from Synapse. Apparently, it broke the site the other day when people tried to buy it. Bentley Mitchum. You got The Misfits of Magic. Ted A. Bohus. The Art of Rick Frame. Stephen Blickenstaff. Marcus Boas. Jerry Reichel. Nicholas DiRiccio. Rocky DeMarco. Nikki Exotica. I'm not sure who that is. Mike Starr from Dumb and Dumber. Goodfellas, Ed Wood, Summer of Sam, just a bunch of stuff. He was in an episode of The Office as well. Peggy Lee Brennan, Barry Matthews, Drac and Count Carita, Transylvania Tonight. Darcy the Mail Girl from The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. Joe Bob Briggs was actually there as well. He wasn't part of the guest list, but he was at her table. Lyon Curtis, Pete Jasleone, son of Gacy, Edward X. Young. I'm not sure who that is. Genevieve Rossi, Raheem J. Lawrence, Diane Lynn, Rick Goldschmidt, Deanna Demko, Dustin Warburton, Kadrolsha Ona Carroll, the king of pop culture, Gary Summers. Then we had some musicians there as well. Mark Weiss, Don Jameson, Frank White, Alan Tecchio, Carmine Appice, Vinny Appice, Alan Robert, Bobby Steele, Richie Scarlett, the Accelerators, Nothing to Lose, the Greg Woods Band. Again, I probably butchered a lot of these people's names. My apologies for that in advance. But just all in all, this list of people was just fantastic. Overall, really, really good list. Like I said, I was really drawn in by Mickey Rourke. It's unfortunate that he couldn't make it, but I did end up catching about 8 people that I met. So I'll go over. I'll probably should be able to share my screen again here and kind of show off a few pictures that I got with some of the celebrities. And a couple of the autographs as well. All right, so here's just a picture of the DeLorean outside. I just took a quick picture of that. And then, of course, the Flintstone mobile here. It was funny watching them wheel this in the morning. So just took a couple pictures of that. So here's some of the people that I met. So I did meet Bill Duke from The Predator. He also directed Deep Covered, so I'd kind of let him know that I really enjoyed that movie. I hadn't realized that he directed it until I popped it in and started watching it. So really nice guy. He was fun to meet. All right, so here's Daniel Roebuck from Terrifier 3 and the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. He was a really nice guy. I actually had a really nice conversation with him. Told him how I really enjoyed his kill in Terrifier 3. He, joked about how Damien Leone and even Rob Zombie just don't really like him that much. That's why they killed him off. He ended up showing me some of the effects in Terrifier 3. He had them on his phone. So I thought that was really cool. Excuse me, I just need a sip of water. So super nice that he actually whipped out his phone and started showing, stuff from that. He also signed a 4x6 photo. I hadn't expected that. I just wanted to get the picture with him. So I'll show off the autograph here when I go back to my bigger screen. I met Brian O'Halloran from Clerks Clerks 2 and all that. He was another nice guy. We talked a little bit about New Jersey and Kevin Smith stores in South Jersey. Really, really nice, down to earth kind of guy. So I met Cynthia Rothrock. She's done a ton of stuff that Vinegar Syndrome has released recently. So I've been kind of watching her movies. There's a lot that I have to go through. Here's an image of her grilling me on the movies that I have not watched. So I do have a lot of homework to do. If I do happen to, go to another con and she happens to be there, I can let her know that I'm all caught up. But really nice chatting with her again. But a lot of the celebrities were just really friendly. There wasn't really one bad experience that I had with any of them. I couldn't not meet Tom Wilson. The Back to the Future trilogy is just, so iconic and a big part of my childhood. So I had to meet Biff. Super nice. I let him know that, the trilogy was one of my favorites. He joked saying that he was probably the best part of it. Very nice guy. Another Vinegar Syndrome alumni here, I met Billy Blanks. Again, they've released a bunch of his stuff that I've seen this year, or actually over the past 2 years or so. He was real nice guy to meet. I didn't want to flex because no, it's no comparison there. I got no arms. So I did meet Molly Ringwald. This one was super quick, but she was very nice. I talked a little bit about The Breakfast Club being one of my favorite movies of all time. So she was really nice. I wanted to keep that line moving, so I didn't spend a ton of time talking to her, but still very nice, very appreciative of having the picture taken with her. And then I did meet Corey Feldman. So here he is. He was picking out a marker to sign my Goonies poster. So I did meet him. The line for him was really long. I think I got in line at 9:15. He ended up showing up a little late, but it was worth it. I mean, I got, the poster signed from him. I really wanted that. So he was kind of the first one they in line for. But overall, I probably wouldn't spend 2 hours in line for doing this again. I feel like it may have taken away from kind of seeing some of the other people, but overall, he was super chill, down to earth. The line moved pretty quick. I was kind of 9th or 10th in line there. So I got through it pretty quick once he did show up. So super awesome, super fun time I had. I'm going to stop sharing now. That's the last picture there. And I'll come back to you guys. So again, overall, I think I met 8 or 9 people. I do want to show off the Daniel Roebuck autograph here. So just a fun little image from Halloween 2 that he signed. Sorry about the glare. There we go. I'm not used to doing this on StreamYard, having this in front of me. I got my light over on this side. But really nice of him to do that. And then I also have, I don't know how this is going to work, but I did get the Goonies poster signed here by Corey Feldman. Down on the bottom, he did use gold marker on kind of a gold portion, but you can still see it. So I'm going to get that framed at some point, and then it'll either go up behind me on this wall next to the rack here, or on the wall over here next to this shelf. So I'm not sure which wall it would go on, but looking forward to getting that framed and up on the wall. And then maybe if I can run into any other, cast members of the Goonies in the future at future cons, I will definitely have them sign it as well. I think it would be pretty cool to have the majority of the cast sign it if I can. All right, so as I mentioned, I met a fellow YouTuber. I ran into Garrett from Born to Be Rad. I knew that he was going to be heading down to the show, so I wasn't actually sure if our paths would cross. But sure enough, we actually ran into each other at the Vinegar Syndrome booth. He does a lot of Vinegar Syndrome videos. I'm a big fan of Vinegar Syndrome as well. Basically, the whole rack over here is all Vinegar Syndrome stuff. It was really nice meeting him and just getting to chat. I, told him a little bit about the celebrities I had met. He was looking forward to Rothrock and Corey Feldman. So I told him, my experiences meeting them. So it was really nice meeting him. hopefully I'll catch you at another con here soon, maybe in April or October next year, and we can get a picture together or something. But really great meeting you. All right, so there were a ton of booths throughout. There was a good amount of physical media. I actually did not buy a ton. It's cons are kind of expensive, so I was trying to kind of limit it and budget it as best I could. Like I said, I went into this knowing who I wanted to meet. I was able to save a little bit of money because Mickey Rourke ended up canceling, but I did pick up two physical media. So one of them was the Kino Classic of The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So I had seen this movie back in college. Really, really love it. I have not seen it since, but I got the 4K here. I cannot wait to revisit this and see how it looks on 4K because I'm sure it looks freaking awesome. Let's see if I can get that there. It's probably not gonna. Yeah, there's just a reflection of my screen in there. So, but anyway, picked up from one of the booths the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and then I also got there was a Severn booth there, and this is a movie that I have not seen in many years. I know that Garrett had talked about this on his channel, and Christian over at Planet CHH did a hilarious review of it, and that is the peanut butter solution. Um, Really weird, really kind of bonkers movie. Like I said, I have not seen this since I was a kid, but I had to get this one and add it to the collection. I'm really looking forward to checking this out again just to see how it holds up and what I actually do remember from my childhood. Again, yeah, it's not going to focus, but peanut butter solution. All right, like I said, just something a little bit different of a video than I'm used to. Hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll put the link in the description below. Also, link Garrett's channel down there if you're not following Born to Be Rad. Go over there and do it. He puts out such great content, and it's very consistent. All sorts of stuff. So go check out Garrett. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.